Hey guys, this is Albertium back with another guide for Nightreign, and this DLC has a pretty confusing map. Now, there are especially two parts of the map that are gonna be very difficult for pretty much everyone, because both parts are like mini Noclateos, so you can imagine how many ins and outs there are. Now, we're not gonna be looking at every single thing there is over there, but the most notable ones. Now, so I don't actually, overwhelm you with too much information, I'm gonna be splitting these two things into two separate videos, and this time we're gonna be looking at the southwest part of the map. Let's go. Okay, so we're going to be starting at this part of the map because, as you can see, it's not marked. You don't see that there is actually a cathedral here, and this can actually host the Night Invaders as well. There's always going to be a boss here, which is the Inquisitor, and it's actually going to be pretty damn, eventful, because always near this cathedral, there's going to be everyone's favorite Tweety Bird, the undead Tweety Bird, and next to him, it's going to be always a boss. All these things are going to be just a nice amount of runes and just very much leveling up. Now, you can reach this and enter this place in three ways. The first one is going to be right from the front gate that you're going to be reaching from that cathedral that we were covering just now. You're going to have to cross a pretty large crystal bridge, and that is going to lead you right here. After these stairs, there's going to be this little pool down here, and there's always going to be a hippo down there, which is pretty much easy runes. Going straight from there, there's going to be a lot of really tough enemies to beat, and after them, you're going to be reaching this little armory. And over there, there's going to be a square with yet another boss. Now, for me personally, it's almost always the Earth Tree avatar, but it can be something entirely else. And if you keep going straight from over there, you are going to be reaching yet another cathedral that is very much worth exploring, not just for the runes, but also the rewards. The second way to actually enter this is going to be by the portal, which is on the other side of the map. So walking straight here is going to be taking you straight into this little castle that is going to be pretty challenging. They always have multiple levels to them, so come prepared. And the third way to enter this place is going to be again starting by that cathedral that we covered in the beginning. Instead of going up and reaching the front gate, you're going to be taking the lower path. Now, you are simply going to be going straight as far as you can, and this is going to be leading you to the entrance in this mountain. You're going to be noticing more ruins and more enemies that are actually parading themselves around. Well, more patrolling. Deeper inside, you are going to be fighting some pretty tough enemies, but that just means more runes and more rewards. Some of them are going to be very familiar, like the Grey Warden, which is also going to be dropping you a nice buff after you dispatch of him, and further inside is going to be the Pumpkin Head, and further down is going to be a duo of Crucible Knights. Now, after you beat the Crucible Knights, you can actually keep going forward, and you're going to be reaching the Eagle Tree, as I call it, and that is going to safely drop you off at a nice place where you're gonna be fighting another boss if you choose so. I strongly recommend that you do. There are still some little secret ways, in and out, like jumping through walls or jumping in with spirit streams. But the thing is, when you use these, it's kinda gonna be dropping you down in the middle of the whole sequence that you would have had you just started from one end to the other. And you will be missing out on maybe the runes and also the rewards, but not just that, you will be wasting time. So guys, hopefully this helps you, and see you in the part 2.